Hey, it's Adam, and in today's video, I'm going to give you a quick behind the scenes tour of one of my two video setups. This is a setup that I'm using for a channel called Trading Card Zen. Now, there are a couple of reasons why I want to share this with you today. The main reason is because of the workflow behind it. It's not just about the gear that you use, it's about how that gear fits together and how it can streamline your workflow. Now, this workflow has been insane because I've just finished batch filming over 100 full-length YouTube videos, and I did it inside of 2 months, which is insane. Now, the other reason is that now that I'm at a stage where I'm pretty happy with the setup, I don't really want to change much. I do want to change the lighting. That's an issue, and I'll come on to that later. But now it's pretty much where I want it to be, I'm going to have to take it all down because I'm moving house. So this will be the last opportunity that I've got to show you this iteration of our video setup. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, here's the video room where I film all of my Trading Card Zen videos. The main issue with this room is lighting. The white walls make things very, very difficult in terms of lighting because the light just bounces everywhere. I've tried to balance it a little bit with these black calyx cabinets from IKEA, but because I've known that I was going to be moving house at any point in like the last 5 months, I've not been able to paint the room. Ideally, I need to paint it black, but I haven't been able to do that. So I've just had to sort of make do as best I can in this space until I get to the new house, which I can then paint the new video room black. Now, in terms of actual lights, I've got this newer panel light here, which just points at the side of my head, and this other newer panel light here, which points towards me, but a bit off center. And they get the job done. It's not amazing, and I'm not that great with lighting anyway, but it is what it is. The new space, that will be a non-issue. We've also got some Davy strip lights on the back of these calyx cabinets just to add a bit of light in the background. Now, let's move on to audio. Okay, so the microphone that I'm using is a Shure SM7B. It's connected to this Elgato low profile boom arm, which is very good. The mic itself has been so useful. The issue that I've been having is I've been living next to a construction site for over a year. It's been ridiculously noisy, but this microphone has not picked up any of it. The quality is great. Now, the only downside with this microphone is that it does need a lot of gain. So some audio interfaces don't have enough gain on tap, but this Focusrite one does. It's only one of the more budget-friendly versions. It's a newer generation, so it has the feature to set gain automatically, which I do whenever I start a new video. I do a quick mic check, and there we go. Job done. Now, in terms of cameras, we've got this OBS bot webcam here. We do have an Insta360 camera there, which is not being used, but that's the main face camera at the moment. And I've got another one here for unboxing videos, and I've got a top-down camera for unboxing videos as well. This was very challenging to put into place. So I've used 2 different clamps, so one to connect to the camera and then one to prop the other one up, because there is not enough tension here to hold the camera up. So this is just balancing against the wall. It's fallen over only 3 times, and since I've tweaked it a little bit, it hasn't done that in months, which is brilliant. So everything's actually connected to this big bit of scaffolding, which is a bit overkill. But I've also got a few bits of gear that aren't being used here. So just in case you're wondering what these are, I've got an iPad here, which is which was supposed to be used as a field monitor, and this Sony FX30 digital SLR. I was originally trying to do a video setup that would cater to all of the projects that I'm working on, but at the time it was just not quite working out the way that I'd hoped it would, and I want to experiment with that a bit more in the new house and see if I can get one setup that will just work for everything. Now, the software that I'm using is called Ecamm Live. It's used for streaming and recording, which opens up a lot of possibilities. The main thing is that I can connect all of these webcams to my Mac Studio via USB-C and then connect this Stream Deck XL and switch between all of them on the fly just like this. So switch between all the different cameras, including desktop screen capture as well. Now, the other thing about these webcams that I'm using, they've got some software called OBS Bot Center, and ordinarily I would have to set up each camera before I start filming. So this front-facing camera is not looking quite right, and neither are these other cameras. But it has a preset feature, so I can just boot everything up, start my computer, plug in the cameras, start the software, turn on the lights, and then run OBS Bot Center, and then go to the preset option, and then it will go to the exact setup that I need. So it'll be the camera view and how far in it's zoomed in and whatever else. So I can just go through, click the presets. There we go. That camera's set up. Switch to the next camera, click the button, and there we go. Everything is set up exactly how I need it to be. Okay, so I've just switched over to Ecamm Live so you can see how things look from a viewer's perspective and how efficient the camera switching is. So now I can just switch over to the card camera, I can switch to the top-down camera, or I can switch to screen capture, and if I want, I can add my face in the corner like I'm doing here, and oh look, I'm over here now. There's a bunch of other things that you can do. Now, Ecamm Live does have the option to record each video feed independently, which is really, really cool. Now, you get the main feed, which has all of your camera switching in, and then you can use the other raw feeds as you need them. Most of the time, I don't really need it, but it just gives me some more options in the editing process. So it is really, really nice to have. Now, with the Stream Deck, I can add loads more things. I'll just quickly show you this. And there we go, switching to the desktop feed. Now, there is a lot of stuff that you can add here. You can add timers, brightness, sleep. You can put your computer to sleep. You can open applications. There's loads. Most of the stuff that I'm going to be using is going to be Ecamm Live specific, and I still need to go through some of these and figure out what I'm going to be doing for live streaming and that kind of thing. But you can install plugins, which I don't think I've got anything installed at the moment. No, I haven't. But yeah, you can install plugins and add these to Stream Deck as well. And Elgato do their own panel light as well. So if you have that panel light, you can then add controls from the panel light to Stream Deck. And once the video is finished and I've done everything that I need to do, it's then saved in a folder with the main feed and the raw camera feeds, and then I just drag and drop that into Dropbox and let that sync across my devices, and that's it, job done. It's a really, really, really straightforward process. I'm really, really happy with how I've actually got this configured. There are, like I say, there are some issues, mostly the lighting, which I'll sort out in the next place, and also wobbliness. If I tap this desk or touch it at all, my monitor just goes, "Ugh!" And because the camera's on top, that's where it's got to be. It ends up shaking, so I want to fix that. Anyway, leave me a comment down below if you've got any questions about my video setup, any of the gear that I'm using, or even if you've got any suggestions or anything like that, let me know. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.